You're now listening to Blunt Talk with Allie B and Tree, the voice of reason.
It's your girl, Allie B.
And Tree, the voice of reason.
And welcome to Blunt Talk Guhlz, where it's okay to speak bluntly while smoking blunts. What's up, y'all? Thank you all so much for coming. Like I told y'all, Blunt Talk, we getting revamped. We are being videotaped tonight, so if you're in here right now, your ass gonna be on the video. So don't be trying to come talking about you ain't meant to be videoed or none of that shit. Get out now, because I ain't got no money. I ain't suing me for shit. So anyway, thank you all so much for coming. Like I said, we've been revamped. I got a new co-host, y'all. Tree, the voice of reason. When I met this young lady, I just felt her energy. She was just so energetic, and she loved to speak her mind. And I knew her before I knew what she was doing on video. She had some of her own little videos with different topics. So I was going through and I was listening. I was like, damn, she really saying some shit. You know, that's somebody I need. So with that being said, what's up, Tree?
Hi, y'all. I'm really excited. I'm glad to be here. It's my first time doing a podcast. And, I am the voice of reason. And so I call myself the voice of reason because I like to give multiple perspectives, from a man's perspective as well as a woman's perspective. Obviously, I'm a woman. I have a vagina, okay? But too often, we've kind of left a gap in the middle when it comes to a lot of topics, a lot of controversial topics. And so I just wanted to give my perspective unapologetically and, be a voice of reason to the woman. But I'm speaking to the man, but I'm also speaking to the woman because I also feel that we women are the foundation when it comes to our households. Yes, the man is at the head. He's the head of the household, but it takes a woman to make a house a home.
Yeah, we make that shit run.
I just like to give my perspective in a way to where it would provoke. It's thought provoking, but it also causes us to be able to examine ourselves and how we interact with one another, so that we can get different outcomes instead of just all the cliches and all the shit that sounds like, okay, I'm gonna do it this way because Big Mama and them did that, but that we talking about a whole different century and a different time. So I'm gonna talk that shit. People get pissed off and it's cool, but they can love to hate me or they can hate to love me, but they're gonna love me at the end of the day.
I thought that was the topic. She said a lot of shit. God damn. Yeah. Girl, that ain't even the topic.
I got a lot of shit to say.
I was like, damn, I thought, I'll just play.
Oh, I got a lot of shit to say.
I got to break her in, y'all. I got to break her in.
Y'all done got me on the head yet?
Yeah. Okay. So, but no, seriously, she was talking about a topic and was like, quit
stop
to
throwing
the ladies,
good man away.
Stop throwing your good man away. And for the people that didn't hear that, I want her to speak on it, and I want to give her answer why she said it. So
let me tell y'all something, sis. Stop breaking up with your men. If you're married, stop threatening that man with a divorce. Every time he do something so small, y'all want to blow it up. Be ready to throw the whole nigga away. Be ready to throw your whole husband away. Knowing good and goddamn well that's the best man that y'all have ever had in your whole lifetime. And then you walk around like your shit don't stink. Like you don't come with flaws. Like you don't have issues that flow out of your heart. And it's like, come on, man. Y'all on this independent high horse. I had everything before I met him. I had my shit together. But if you were so independent, then you take your single ass over there and you be lonely. Y'all cannot expect for men not to make mistakes, for men not to fuck up. We women are stronger emotionally. We are more stronger mentally. But you talking about somebody who is the foundation of the house, who is your leader, supposed to be your leader. But y'all too busy trying to be independent. Y'all want to lead. Y'all don't want to follow. You want to be the man and the woman.
So I'm gonna stop it right there. So, wasn't that a lot? The men smiling and shit. The women look like, oh, girl, you said a lot. You know what? I think, although we do need to stop throwing the good men away, at the same time, they need to start acting like mama's boys.
Okay.
And maybe that's why we want to throw him away.
So he a grown boy, but he a good man, or is he a good man, or he a grown boy? Which one is he?
Shit, girl.
Because either he gonna be a good man or he gonna be a grown ass boy. Which one is he? He can't be both.
Ooh, she is challenging. Oh my God.
So we're not saying the good man is without mistake, without flaws. So when I started initially talking about this, okay, here's the thing. I get to hear both sides of all this shit. I get to hear all the things that we women do that we ain't telling the men. So we talk about each other. We do all this bullshit to each other, around each other. And the men, y'all really be clueless. We tell y'all what the fuck we want y'all to know, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now, about the things that we actually do. Okay, but the shit that we actually do. Let's talk about that. There was a situation, there was a young lady who is, wonderful. She's a good chick, but she has a really awesome man, okay? They don't even live in the same state. He's faithful. He got it. Handsome looking brother, got his shit together, all that, right? He did something so small, and she threw the whole nigga away.
What he
Some
do?
kind of way she saw this video in about 2 days, and she started back. She started kind of like, taking a few steps back, because here's the thing, you have to be realistic. Because if you're going to throw a good man away, you also got to be prepared to know that when you break up with his ass, his chances are, okay, remember, all bets off the table. There's no accountability at this point. So if he want to fuck whatever he want to do, he's well within his rights, because you threw his ass away instead of taking the opportunity to take it in, and really be able to compromise. Look at things from more than one perspective instead of just from the woman's perspective or how I feel at the moment. Well, what about him?
What was the small thing that he did?
That's what I was
is
trying
that
to
That's all relative, whether you think it's small or
Glad
big,
you asked.
right? So
Right.
how small was the
Okay.
small thing?
So, his children, he has 3 children with his ex-wife,
Okay.
if I'm not mistaken. And she was going through financial hard times because she can no longer, experience and live the lifestyle that he once provided. And so now she's having to figure it all out in the presence of having his 3 children. And he's very understanding of that because they went through a divorce and it wasn't a messy, nasty divorce. They're cool. They ain't fucking none of that shit, right? Okay, so he decided to go over and help move his children's furniture out of the house.
Oh, yeah, that was, yeah.
And the friend of the girlfriend, the relative of the girlfriend, went back and told her, and she was hot, like fire. 400 degrees hot. And so, to me, there are far worse things and shit that we have to experience, especially in the United States of Atlanta, as it relates to a man, and that is very minute. And so what we're not doing is throw our man away because of some shit like that. Now, if you disagree, I totally understand and all of that, but that was small. And she threw the whole nigga out, I'm talking about hot, and guess what he did? When she threw him away, what you think he did? He's a predator by nature already. So what he did is
He went back to the wife.
hunting.
Did he go
No, he
back to
didn't
the
get a new
wife?
boo. He started hunting. And one day she came in and, she was in town and she saw that, one way or the other, she saw that he was hunting and she was very upset and she called me. What's hunting? That means that he was interviewing new prospects for the position that was now available. Instead of breaking up, sometimes you don't break up. You don't give the nigga the leeway. You saw Gabrielle Union and Dwayne Wade. That's how you get a whole baby in the equation and you can't even be mad. I want him to be held accountable. So now we ain't letting your ass off the leash. Fuck that. We're going to figure this out.
Lauren, you have a
Hello?
question?
But that was small.
I couldn't even be with a woman after you even questioned me like that. I wouldn't even want you no more.
Right.
Because this thing, if I have children by you and you fall on hard times and you call me and say, hey, can you help me move this stuff? I got your kids over here. And then I got a lady in my ear. Telling me that I shouldn't do that and do that. I can't be with you. I can't be with you, period.
Yes.
A jealous woman is damaged goods. Sorry.
All right. Of course, yeah, that was very small or whatever. But like I was saying before, we was talking about the grown boy and the good man. Well, everybody basically kind of answered what I said. So I'm basically in agreement. It was small, and it ain't that many. I'm just gonna be honest. I don't give a fuck. It ain't that many good men out here. So if you got one, you better keep him.
And don't break up with him.
The Pickens is slim, sisters. So
What do you define as a good man? Like, what is a good man?
One that's faithful, loyal, takes care of home. He's the protector. He is the head, he can also understand and listen to his woman. Because if he's a strong man doing what he's supposed to do, a woman gonna have his back. So those are some of the qualities of a good man. Now, what are your qualities?
I think you gotta scratch out the faithful part.
Okay, why?
Because women can't define the fact of what's a good man on our behalf. You see what I'm saying?
I'll agree.
We define on how we are because, again, all men, you know what I'm saying, we do our thing here and there. Yes, I got men up in here might feel away by me even saying this. It's like a code. I don't give a shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just the fact that we're gonna still we know where our woman stands at. We know we may still try to keep on and hold on to that because we know we have a good woman. But still in hand, you know what I'm saying, we still might, still trying to be good, still trying to be that faith, that good man. I can't say faithful, you know what I'm saying? You can't put that faithful situation in there because
you gotta betray that faithfulness.
Yeah, because of what we
right, exactly.
In between everything else that we're doing, in between everything else we're doing, we think they're gonna overpower the fact of us doing what we're doing on the other hand. So you gotta scratch that out. So what defines a good man?
Yes.
Y'all cannot answer that.
So let me chime in.
So can a man answer it?
Can't answer that.
So the answer.
You said a woman can't answer it because they can't find a good man.
Well, can I chime in?
You know what I just did? I was saying that, yeah.
Can I chime in on that? Okay, so, all right. Scratch the part of being faithful, right? Because that does not mean that if you're unfaithful, that doesn't make you a bad father, right? That doesn't make you a fucked up provider, right? Because this one thing. Now, when you're talking about being faithful, now, let's talk about longevity. And if we want longevity, right, we want to be married 30, 40, 50 years, right? There's absolutely no way on God's green earth that somebody's going to walk a straight line, male or female. I'm not going to put it all off on the man, but male or female, nobody's going to walk a straight line and not fuck up and do something. And the fuck up does not have to necessarily be cheating. It could be anything that is not tolerated, or whatever the mutual agreement that two people have come together and decided, this is what we're not going to do. And when people, exceed those boundaries, that's what causes the friction. Okay, the rough patches, the turbulence in the relationships.
Right.
So, no, you're absolutely correct. That would not make you, it wouldn't define you as a man to say that you're not a good man because you cheated. Now, what I am saying, if you live in a double life, you're fucked up.
Well, you know what?
Yeah.
I go
That's
back
a
to
different shit. That's a totally different type of cheating.
But
now.
I go back to hearing you say about not, you said something about the situation about what grandma did or who back in the days did.
Tradition, stuff they put up with, they tolerate.
That's basically that's what happened. That's what happened.
They tolerated it.
Your real great grandmother or your real grandmother could tell you, you know what I'm saying, what they may define, you know what I'm saying, or how they see it as how a man should be, because those things happen, and it was right in your neighborhood. Your brother's right across the street.
You're absolutely correct.
Yeah.
But she's still staying with him.
You absolutely
But your brother's
right.
still gonna stay over there though.
Right.
Yeah.
Because they
So
understood
it
boundaries.
happens. So therefore, it's
So when do you think it changed? Because if grandma did it and her mama did it and her mama did it, where did it change? Because we don't put up with that shit like grandma did. I know I fucking don't.
It changed because back in the day with grandmama and them, they did not have the same resources that women do now. A lot of them didn't work. They stayed at home.
Yeah.
And when you don't have the finance,
right. If
you don't have the finances, your options are limited. When you have more financial freedom, then you have more options in this world.
Exactly.
Because you can go where you want and do what you want.
That
is
is
why
where
they
change
stuck
when we
around,
start-
because
yeah.
it's either stick around or be homeless.
Yeah.
It's pretty much an easy decision.
Yeah.
I'm just going to stay and deal with his tired ass because I don't want to be on the street. And I got all his kids.
Yeah.
You want to tell a nigga what to do, how to think. And that shit don't work like that. Whatever happened to being feminine? A lot of women get treated like shit. Y'all get dogged out. Y'all get treated like masculine men because you carry yourself like a masculine man. You want to be a wife. You can't even make a good girlfriend. You supposed to get married. You want to be this, that, or the other to the man, but baby, to thine own self, you have to be true. Y'all got to learn to be a little bit more submissive and a whole lot more understanding.
Women, y'all masculine He-Man built asses. What the fuck? Wow, y'all heard what she said? Y'all agree with that? Dang, yes, no, maybe. Y'all masculine and shit. Y'all put up your muscles real quick and shit. Let's Oh wow. Well, that was deep, that part.
And talk about it.
And I am, yeah. Maybe we've gotten masculine as it goes back to where I'm saying where the father left the household because they, going back to what Tahira said, they didn't have to start being so dependent on a man. So as they start being less dependent on a man, they start taking less shit off that man and start telling him, well, you know what, I got my own shit, you can get the fuck on. He gets the fuck on. She left to raise the kids, of course. The daddy ain't there. A woman can't raise no boy by herself and expect him to be a man. That's why you got so many mama's boys and sissies around this motherfucker. No
bitch-ass
offense
niggas
to
is what we
nobody.
call them.
Hold on, let me finish. And that's why when we feel like they coming in as mama boys, because the woman is just based nurturing anyway. That's just her nature, born with it. So as he starts seeing we're being more nurturing because he's a mama's boy, the less shit and responsibility he's going to take on. But we as the women, we want to make sure things stay afloat because we are the nurturers and we going to take care of our man and our children regardless of how much bitch assness is in them.
Yes.
So that's why we may have an appearance of being masculine because we have had to carry the load. But we love that nigga so much that we pray and get on our knees till they just about to bleed and ask God, make him change, make him go work, make him stop cheating, make him be good to me and these kids, make him want to do right. And so we gonna keep on taking that shit because along with that, he may be a sorry ass nigga, but he got that good ass dick that you can't let fucking go.
Hello.
I said, is that not like crippling him?
Oh, absolutely. But I was answering because she said why we're masculine.
So how do you expect for him to be better, or you plead for him to be better if you crippling him and you won't allow it?
Well, that's a grown boy.
It started with his mama crippling him. He was crippled when he got with me.
I think that goes back to separating two-parent households and women getting comfortable with just going down to defects and being on labor and causing effect of things that the government may help us with. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
And I think it's like it goes down to the point where like some people look at it like a crutch.
Right.
So if you're going to continue to look at it like a crutch, of course you're going to keep having single parent households out here and you're going to keep having, you know, people being blame victim or suspect, however you want to put it.
Yeah.
You're gonna keep looking at this person like, oh, this a guilt trip party, or you know what I'm saying, like all that.
I can't be.
But at the same time, it's you know, you can't really blame the dude on how he grow up because his mama beat it into him.
In that single parent household where she became very masculine instead of being feminine. Okay, so let me chime in on that. So what I'm talking about here is where the women become more masculine. I'm talking about the women who want to treat the good man, the grown ass man, not the grown ass boy. She want to treat him like he's one of her children. She want to tell him what to do, when to go, when to come, how to think, how to respond. And see, that's not how that shit works because see, I've had good girlfriends in their late 30s and their early 40s, and they talk to men really fucked up, and then they talking about, oh, I'm curving these niggas, I can have any man I want, but can't get or keep one. And so what I'm talking about is our approach and how we respond to men, because you can either bring out, I've been one to be able to witness both sides. I've seen a woman bring out the worst of a man because she didn't know how to carry herself. She was extremely masculine. And when you talk to a man, and depending on how you talk to him, if you're talking at him like he's your child, he can actually be very uncooperative. But what I learned through trial and error and then observation as well is that when I can speak to a man and say, babe, I would like to do this or that or this or that. Not, you gonna take me here, you gonna do this, and you because see, a man is not gonna respond to that because what you're gonna do is you're gonna cause him to just immediately want to reject you. Or what you would call like a child when you want to try to beat something into them and then they become rebellious. And so that's what you'll end up getting in the man. And so what I'm talking about here is approach.
Yes.
And how you can speak to a man so eloquently, and yet if you give him the opportunity to meet your needs, but you gotta tell him, because see, the man's job is to be able to provide, okay? He wants to provide for the family. He wants to provide your needs. He wants to make sure that your needs and requests are met. But if he can't meet your needs if you overly aggressive. If your independent ass is in a relationship, you all about you and what you can get out of him, what you can extract from him versus what you can add to him. Okay?
Ooh.
So that is what I'm talking about.
She is on
the
fire,
difference between being masculine and being feminine. Because see, a woman can talk to her man and she can get anything out of that man if she knows how to use her words, not her pussy, her words.
Fire.
To finesse, to talk to her man, speak to him consciously as well as subconsciously, she would be able to get to the outcome of what it is that she desires.
Okay.
But you have to be all for the both of you. You have to be interdependent and not independent. And too often,
We got a question.
the masculine woman is independent. She only gives a fuck about one thing, and that is self.
Question, young man.
Y'all can hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
I done been on both sides of this, right? Because my mama, you know, my dad was a motherfucker. He was gone my whole life. You feel what I'm saying? But my mama, she worked 2-3 jobs. You feel what I'm saying? She ain't gonna let a nigga do shit for her. Like, but she might have a man come in here and there, but she rotated niggas. I ain't gonna say she rotated niggas like bi-weekly, but she rotated niggas like by like yearly, you feel, annually. You feel what I'm saying? Through my life. But she rotated nigga because I just tell my mama like, goddamn, you can't go up on the hood and fix your motherfucking car. Let the nigga fix it. You feel what I'm saying? Let him fix the shit. Or mama, goddamn, you can't fix the sink and the goddamn in the shower. Let the nigga fix it. You feel what I'm saying? So that was part of the masculine shit that I see my mama do, but you gotta let a nigga do this shit. You feel what I'm saying? And then the other topic I want to speak on, when y'all was talking about like your grandmas and shit, how they used to kick it was different levels of embarrassment. You feel what I'm saying? Back then, your grandma and them, they went to work or they stayed, well, they ain't work. They stayed home. So only a little bit of motherfuckers knew like what was going on with her mate and who he was fucking.
But you right on that.
But now you got the internet. Bitch, you got bitches screenshotting, putting the bitch all up, on doing that to your nigga. So the embarrassment level was different. That's why women, they ain't going for that shit these days a little more. You feel what I'm saying? And a lot of these niggas, they sorry as fuck. You feel what I'm saying? They don't want to provide. They don't want to nigga want to lay around and think he the king. But at the same time, nigga, you ain't doing king shit. You doing peon shit. You doing porn shit. You feel what I'm saying?
If you had to choose, what would you rather? Because cheating don't feel good. I've cheated and I've been cheated on. I know both sides. When I was cheating, that shit was fun. It was awesome. It didn't feel good when it was being done to me. Okay? So I know both sides of that shit. But if you had to choose,
I've never cheated.
What would you rather? But I was a nigga. I was a whole nigga in my past life. Okay? I was a whole nigga in my past life. But if you had to choose, what would you rather?
Yes. Well, let me answer that. It's above me now. I know, right?
It's above me now.
I don't know, because like you, I've been the cheater and I've been the cheatee. And like you said, it didn't feel right.
Cheating feels so much more fun than getting cheated on, for sure.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I didn't even cheat for long. It was just something to do. Is that my dog down there? Get your ass out of here, Max.
Max said, fuck that. I'm staying for all the excitement and the adventure.
Right, doing all that goddamn.
All the time, calm.
Right. I didn't even know. This is Blunt Talk, so anything goes that happens, guys. Yeah.
So what would you rather?
So I would. You said so. The question was
If
because
you
I'm
had
high.
to choose,
Uh-huh.
would you rather he go have a little one night stand, fuck
Oh,
on him
oh,
some one night, or would you prefer he live a double life?
Oh, one night stand.
And you don't, or you do find out. Now that's optional depending on whether he's sloppy or not, and how often he's
well,
doing
all
it.
men, babe, you know, 80% of them sloppy.
Yeah.
With they shit.
Well, when
you
his
know,
bitches are bad, yeah, he's sloppy.
We methodical in our cheating. I stated this before in a previous episode.
I would totally prefer option A.
What, the one night stand?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because we can go and do one.
But if you find out
100%.
option A or option B, or do they both weigh the same?
No, option B, my feelings would be hurt. It would be awkward. We would argue. You'd have to leave.
No, because that means if he living a double life, he really got some feelings for this bitch.
Like it's a whole thing.
Yeah, he
It's a
really
whole
fuck with her. He
thing.
live a double
Like,
life.
Now we gotta like you have to take the kids and raise them. You know, and now you're a single dad.
So you would stay. If you found out, would you stay or would you leave?
If he's like having a whole affair, no, I totally would not stay.
So
no.
option A, you would stay. If he stuck his dick off in some and you found out,
I would stay.
You would stay. I
Yes.
fucks with you.
I would stay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's human.
Okay, and that's the point that I'm making.
And I know this might be on a different subject, but
Wait a second.
Go ahead, no.
Wait a second. Stop it.
It's Blunt Talk. You can, what's up?
I just think that we just have such a low bar for men and like what to expect. And women, we're always like superheroes in relationships. And the expectation for men is so freaking low. Like, you know, we have to be submissive and all they have to do is have a penis and that's it. But I just feel
So
like...
you mean they get like too many free passes?
Yeah, I think that we just let that bar be just like way too low for guys and it should be raised up just a little bit more.
Yes, ma'am.
We're being real silly over here.
No.
So it's a thing of pick and choose.
Okay.
Girl, my name's Sachi. What's up?
What's up?
Do your
How you
thing.
doing?
Do your thing. If that's what he's gonna do, that's him. If you choose to accept it, accept it. At the end of the day, like she said, there's a foundation. He's doing what he's doing. Maybe that floats his boat. It's cheaper to keep me. So I'm gonna stay there. I'm gonna stay. And I'm gonna let you do whatever you need to do.
Are you gonna do something?
I gotta be rich, bitch.
Are you gonna do something?
Let me tell you, the way
And
that I was really...
I don't care about your significant
Honestly,
other in here or nothing. I want to know what you gonna do something. They don't know who this motherfucker is. Are you going to do something back?
I probably would. But he'll never know. I'll
Of
kick
course.
shit
Oh, we
the
ain't
same
gonna
way he
tell.
kick
Hell
shit.
yeah. They'll never find. I
I'ma
told you,
kick shit
women.
the same way he
we
kick shit.
methodical in our shit. Women methodical as hell when we cheat.
As fuck. As fuck.
We got a plan to back up the plan to back up the plan. when
Beautiful
we cheat.
Blunt Talk host. Hi, how are ya?
Period.
Yes.
So what's your question, Tahiri?
I'm just saying, choose your affairs wisely, whether they one night or 3 years. I mean, if you're gonna, be with another woman, choose like an Oprah status lady so she can take care of all.
Right. Cause they're gonna get a trailer park bitch in a minute. No offense to the trailer park. No
So that way
offense
I
to mobile
can ask
homes.
him for what I need and he can go ask her.
But realistically
and
speaking,
bring it back
hold on.
to-
Realistically
and bring it back to
speaking,
me.
how many Oprahs do you know? I'll wait.
I'm just saying, but I know
Right?
with some rich women though.
Yeah,
they don't have
but-
to be Oprah.
When Jay-Z cheated, you remember Beyonce said inside her song, "You cheated with a bitch that wasn't even half of me." He asked, what she asked really like, damn, this bitch ain't even half of me, man. She can't even do what I can do. She can't provide what I can provide. So what was the reason? It wasn't the cheat. It was who you cheated with. You feel what I'm saying? That was
Exactly,
with
yeah.
Beyonce. But at the same time, they got a question where they be like, would you rather goddamn cry in Decatur or would you rather cry in motherfucking Dubai?
Think about it, ladies. Yeah, one time, it might not be now. It might have been back in the day. But you told that man, you figured, I know what he gonna do. I know time to get off work. I know where he gonna go. He ain't going nowhere. He gonna do this, he gonna do that. So when he say, let me get some head, man, come on, whatever. But trailer park over here, let me get some head. Come on, how you want it, daddy? Just like she said, it's the way you speak to your man. At home with your main woman, She ain't trying to do
You
all
probably got to
that.
go through a whole argument to get you some sloppy toppy, huh?
Yeah, you stand on top of your head.
If she
goddamn.
feeling like it.
If I say stand on top of your head, stand on top of your head. Trailer park gonna do that. You ain't gonna do that. Oh, hold on, no, I ain't finna do that. What? Don't do
I ain't
that.
finna mess up my lace
Right, I ain't
front.
finna mess up my hair. Man, shit.
No, pass the mic, sir.
Pull it through the ignition. The light is on.
Hold up. And you did it one time.
Exactly.
If a woman, if my woman did it
your
one
woman,
time, right, the first time, yes, I'm gonna blow up. No, if I find out, now that's the next thing. Because sometimes I don't try to find out. I don't try to do it, any of that type. That's
But
the one
if you
thing.
found
But
out.
if I found out, is a situation saying that, like, man, you didn't let somebody run up in you. See, there's a difference. You know what I'm saying? You let that person run up inside of you. You know what I'm saying?
But you ran up in somebody.
No, it's different though. It's different.
Oh,
It's
hell
different.
no.
It's
So
different.
there is a double
Regardless
standard.
of what y'all may say.
So you can park that thing in any garage.
Yes. But if somebody go
Really?
inside of you, you know what I'm saying, it's a totally different story.
Oh, please explain.
So I have to. So that is what that diagnosis is called. Bullshit.
Let him explain.
No.
Okay, go ahead. Let him explain. Let him defend himself before we hang him. Let's go. Let's hear him out.
Any man in here tell you right now, once he find out, okay, yeah, he fucked around, did this, did that. But once he find out, did you let him in, like you said, run up in you, you damaged goods. Why? Because
But
now
why?
I feel like that's my pussy. You let this motherfucker get up in my
so that's
pussy.
an ego trip.
Because see, women, so hold on, I'm gonna tell you.
Because that's my dick. If I own you, if you're with me, that's my dick. Fuck you mean.
Check this out.
Okay.
Men say, he see a chick, I want to fuck her. Women see a dude and say, I'm gonna fuck him. And
That's not true.
It's a
Yes,
difference.
it is.
Yes,
Yes,
it
I
is.
agree with him.
Yes,
It's
it is.
bullshit.
Yes,
I agree with him.
I
Yes.
disagree.
Let me say something.
You say you want to fuck him. You say I'm
No,
gonna fuck him,
I agree.
and you fuck him.
Yes, I do agree with you as much as it's about to make me barf. It's about to make me fucking
Okay,
vomit,
Pam.
but I agree with him.
All right, Pam.
And the reason why, because I already know when I meet a nigga or when I'm feeling a nigga, I already know if I'm gonna fuck you or not.
Oh, yeah,
because
I'm gonna
I
give him some
control
pussy,
my,
yeah.
I
That's
So
control
that's why
my
men
pussy.
feel like that, because he know in the back of your
he
head,
is saying
in the
that.
back of
I'm
your
gonna
head,
fuck him,
you said,
yes.
I'm gonna fuck this nigga.
Yes,
we know that.
we do
We
that
know you
shit.
said that. That I'm
No,
gonna fuck
y'all
this nigga.
don't
and
know
you fucked
that.
him. No, because you fucked him. So we know you had this.
Oh, you mean the other man.
women
Okay, yeah.
Women just don't go and just lay up with a nigga, whatever. She got to feel him. There's gonna be something for her to actually lay
Yeah.
up with him and fuck him.
Yeah.
There's gonna be something. You ain't just gonna random just like niggas. We just
Well, we know in the first
It don't
conversation.
mean nothing.
On that note, we gotta come to a close, y'all. Oh my God, I love the subject tonight. Thank y'all. Give yourselves a hand, please. I just want to thank you guys for welcoming my new co-host, Tree, the voice of reason. Woo. Follow us on social media, all platforms at Blunt Talk Guhlz, Guhlz. You can follow me at AllieB1972.
And I am Alaposh Makeup, ALAPOSH Makeup. Oh, and I do also have a clothing brand. It's Alaposh. It's ALAPOSH.com. You can follow me on Facebook and Instagram as well as Alaposh Clothing.
All right, and with that being said, peace.
Blunt Talk is on with Allie B and Tree.